So this is the sharing of the final week of the Strada Easel Challenge paintings. So this was the work that I did in my art studio on the final week of September. For the Strada Easel Challenge, which was painting or drawing every day in September from life. The first time I'd ever focused on using oil paints, the first time I've ever painted from life, and it was just fantastic. In my last video where I shared week 3, I said a great big thank you to you guys for the idea of the toy tarot, and hopefully in these final paintings for the final week of September you will see the toy tarot beginning to take shape with some ideas. In this one, you've got a little toy action figure holding the chained toys of some keyring toys. That should give the game away on what this one is. If you haven't got it yet, then consider that the 2 little trolls in the very foreground of the painting, I've changed their hair colour. No longer orange and green, it's pink and purple hair to match the lover's card. I think that's totally giving it away now. Yeah, so I've really loved this challenge. You guys have just really uplifted me, so thank you so much. It is always a scary thing to put something new out there and to share a process that you're really not sure of yourself. But I am a queen at oversharing, I think, so the response back was just so encouraging. So in this final week of September's paintings, I just want to say again to you guys, thank you so much. To say that I've really fallen in love with oil painting is an understatement. Oh, what a journey this month has taken me on. And you would think, because of that journey, my inner critic would have shut up, that I'd be all pats on the back for myself. But I just want to share something in case anybody out there is going through the same thing, just to say you're not alone. Instead of this month, my inner critic or my internal dialogue going, oh wow, look what you've done, 16 paintings in a month, that's incredible, and being brave enough to share them. No, that isn't the dialogue that I've been painting with in these quiet times of painting, when it's just me and the paintbrush and the objects in front of me. My inner dialogue has got quite loud enough to really notice, a bit like sitting in solitude with a lamp. That's another hint for what this next painting is going to be. But as I've sat in solitude with my paintbrush, my inner dialogue has been saying things like, 16 paintings in a month, wow, that just goes to show how lazy you are the rest of the time. That would be funny if I was making it up, but I'm really not. That is the constant daily dialogue that I've contended with. It's even gone as far as to say, wow, all those people who said you weren't a real artist, they were true. You've just been lazy all your life. It's been on one with that same story on repeat. So I've worked really hard to keep it in check, to keep calling it out, to point out the fact that the rest of my life there were huge swathes of time that I was controlled by other people and wasn't given the money, the time or the space to create. I wasn't given the mental space to create. I gave birth to 3 babies, motherhood and young babies, not to mention special needs in the mix, also takes away an ability to create. There were times when I moved house 3 times. I had to have lodgers in to pay the bills. All of this impacted my ability back then to create 16 paintings in 1 month. So I'm sharing that because your inner critic might be twisting even the best things in your life, to twist them into some reason to have a go at you. And just to say, if that's happening to you, then stay vigilant and you're not alone. And also, if you've watched me paint 16 paintings this month and are self-berating yourself with a stick with my name on it, just bear in mind that I'm also berating myself with the same stick, but just circumstances have come together this month to give me the mental space, the physical space, and the time to create. So, I wonder if you can work out what this painting is. Now, this is a Darth Vader clock, the nature of time, time ticking down. We can't escape time. Time leads us to our inevitable demise. Darth is such a great embodiment for this card. And I think this month he was one of my very favourite paintings to paint all month. Also on this painting, I realised that the underpainting was important to me. I put down a rainbow first because I knew this was going to be my depiction of the death card. And for me, the death card means regeneration and a new start as much as it means the end and death. It also means hope. If something's died, then there is a space for hope for something new. And I think the rainbow symbolised that, butterfly colours and a rainbow of hope and promises of a new dawn. So I wanted that as an underpainting for the darkness of Darth Vader. And finally, a Barbie My World girl's head with a broken baby doll with curves and baby fat and puppy fat. This one is called Finding the first of my inner child tribe, the first person that I was created to be before any conditioning or any story was placed on me. That chubby little baby with rolls of fat, before any judgment, before I walked into other people's words about me. It's funny, isn't it, that the chubby rolls are what I self-judge myself on still. Perhaps finding the first will help me sit not in judgment. There are no trumpets in this card, but we're sitting in an exploration of judgment as I paint on this one. Seemed to take ages, this one. I think the hair gave me trouble, the plasticness of the skin gave me trouble as well, but I ended up quite liking it. I liked that kind of claustrophobic green turquoise hue to it all. I didn't try and overpaint that. I loved it. And there it is, the final painting of September. It's been quite a journey. Here are all of the 16 altogether. Some still drying, waiting to be varnished, taking up all one side of my art studio. When I look at it now, my inner critic's going at me, wow, why aren't you doing that every month? Which is, something to take note of. But I will sit in celebration that this has been quite the month in the art studio. I love oils. I've loved sharing it with you guys. I've loved your comments and support. So thank you so much from my art studio. I'm signing off from September.